Quadriceps recruitment and twitch properties in lean and obese women before and after fatiguing exercise. Specifically today, we are going to look at post-activation potentiation in the before state. This is preliminary data with only a few subjects collected, so we won't get into all of the data. This will more be a proposal and a presentation on the methods, the research subject, and what we hope to see. When compared to lean individuals, obese individuals typically display a greater absolute strength but a lower relative muscle strength, along with a greater muscle volume and type 2 fibers, while having a lower motor unit activation rate and lower specific force. Today, the research question is, what is the effect of obesity on post-activation potentiation twitch torque after voluntary contraction with an electrically evoked stimulus? Our data is in the preliminary stages. So for our subject demographics, we have 3 subjects, 2 obese and 1 lean. These subjects are between an age range of 33 and 27. The obese subjects have a mean weight of 95 kilograms, with the lean subjects having a mean weight of 62 kilograms. We can see that fat percentage is significantly increased in the obese individuals, as well as BMI. Our BMI range for obese was greater than 30, and for lean, our BMI range was between 18 and 24.9. Our first task was to familiarize the individual with the muscle strength testing. Each individual performed an MVIC of the flexors and extensors, performed 5-second contractions of submaximal loads, a 5-second isometric hold, and then a 5-second relaxation at submaximal loads for the extensor and the flexors. Next, we familiarized each subject with the electrical stimulation that they would receive at the later final session. Then we had each subject perform 1 set of 10 fatiguing knee extension exercises. And all muscle strength testing was done on the dominant leg with the knee at 60 degrees flexion. All muscle strength values will be normalized to the cross-sectional area of the 4 quadriceps, the vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, rectus femoris, and vastus intermedius. These scans were done through MR images. For the final session, during the testing procedures, each subject was seated in an isokinetic dynamometer using the dominant leg with the knee angle secured at 60 degrees flexion. The angle remained secure throughout all testing procedures, and extensor torque was measured along with EMG data of the 3 surface quadriceps and the biceps femoris. Here is an example of the muscle testing protocol. Each subject performed 3 extensor MVICs. Next, they performed 3 flexors MVICs with a 1.5-minute rest between each trial. Next, from the extensor MVIC, 75% of that was taken to perform the extensor ramp protocol. The subject increased their torque for 5 seconds, held it at an isometric hold of that 75% for 5 seconds, and then decreased for 5 seconds. The same was done for a flexor ramp, but only 50% of the MVIC was performed. Each subject then was exposed to a dose response of electrical stimulation. This was to help us find a plateau value that penetrated the muscle and elicited a response until we found a plateau. For the E-stim relaxation and contraction, the stimulation dose was increased by 20% and delivered through a train. Each subject received 3 pre-twitches or resting twitch torque. Next, the subject completed a 5-second MVIC with an electrically evoked stimulus occurring at the 2-second mark. And then they experienced 4 post-potentiation twitch torques. We collected the interpolated twitch data for 3 sets, then moved on to the fatiguing exercise. Each subject performed 3 sets of 10 repetitions with only 30 seconds rest between each set. And then post-exercise interpolated twitch technique or e-stimulation was performed in the same manner as previously. Here's an example of the recorded values. Resting twitch torque is recorded along with the MVIC prior to the superimposed twitch. Next, we have the post-MVIC twitch torque or post-activation potentiation. Our anticipated results are that those with obesity have an increase in post-activation potentiation when compared to those who are lean, and that this result is compounded after a fatiguing bout of exercise in those with obesity.